Moses. Good morning, everyone. We are transmitting, we are broadcasting, and we are recording. We're still not yet live. Going live soon, 7 days, I believe. Welcome to the National Rock Garden, Barrenjoey Road, Communist Canberra, where the free people of Australia meet every day. Just got cars moving on around everywhere. Thank you for tuning in to all of you. You are a vital asset, our digital diggers on the webinets, and we love you and we need you.
Because you drove past with no number plates on. They just did a loop.
Lots going on here, people, so sorry about the break-in intro again. Good morning, Nina. So, Exposure 28, drop your plates today. How are you? Yeah, very good. Just liven up the camera. So, threw me out again, the intro, but welcome. We're going to make our pilgrimage again in 10 minutes or so. We meet here every day, 10 a.m, make our pilgrimage down the lake, proclaim to the Governor-General to expose the 28 names of the pedophiles he's protecting as identified as the part of the Wood Royal Commission. We have the police here. Grant's arrived. I'll just tune in on this while you're all here. A bit of live action.
You want to come over and talk to me? Well, just come over your car so
So we dropped the plates to expose the 28 today. We're in the cop at whatever capacity.
2nd of the 8th, is it?
Hey?
2nd of the 8th.
2nd of the 8th. And on cue, Grant's here to enforce his little bit of power. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, good, mate.
Moses? Oh, I can't remember your bloody name. Yeah. Good to see you, mate. Haven't seen you for ages.
Yeah, mate.
I know you're on the fight there somewhere.
Yeah, I'm going to spiritual battle, yeah.
Good on you, mate. Yeah, good to see you.
Seen some light getting turned tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're reporting back all the miracles that are happening since they received Christ, and they're telling me those things are happening. And it's a genuine one.
Oh,
and
good.
It sounds like you're connected.
Yeah, I'm truly connected, mate. Yeah, and we copped it yesterday, but we're picking the game up again today and getting back on with it. So we're still here, mate. And, yeah,
you've been on my mind. I still said, I said, where's Dad?
I'm glad to see. Just while you coming back, the amount of just the picture up. So I'm just trying to get a little bit of this, mate.
I'll let you do your business.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Just while we're. Everyone's here. We're getting hugged behind the camera. Drop the plates to I'm just going to move the camera closer so we can hear it a bit.
It's a traffic stop. You have to identify. You have to have your license to identify yourself.
Criminal Law Act 1995 says you don't have to, I think.
You don't know the law. Let me take this microphone out. See this mic.
You got a copy of Criminal Code Act 1995.
Sorry.
Pretty sure it says you don't have to identify yourself unless you're under actual arrest. Thank you.
You're going to be getting a.
You see him?
Driving about number plates and dates, but I'm getting.
I love those, man. I'll follow them where they belong.
Well, no. Look who's back, eh? How you doing?
He's a role model man.
The question doesn't make sense. You don't understand the law, that's why.
We don't have to speak to you. We choose to.
Oh, people, just in case you don't know,
even though we don't
that is Donna.
Don't drop your mask, it's littering. Don't drop your mask, it's littering.
So, we tune in on live action today, people.
You know, in Victoria, they shoot at women and children at the shrine. You know that? They shoot at women and children.
A 9-year-old boy copped a bullet in the face.
Yeah.
He's had facial reconstruction 4 times.
Casey, he got shot 9 times by you, rats.
Anyway.
Shoot at women and children. 9 shots. The last shot, he was on the ground when you shot him. You must be so proud.
Yeah. 9-year-old boy that got shot in the face.
Yeah.
Tell you what, the bloke on camera there, that is a real man, Ross. He is the cannon fodder for the Freedom Front right there.
You must be so proud. Wait till your kids ask you questions. Your grandkids. Shame on you.
How can you be recommitting offence? If you don't reattach them, it's still the same offence.
Anyway, that's fine.
Is the vehicle registered, Brett?
Well, I don't know. I don't know anything.
Can we have a look at your registration?
Don't have.
What's the registration of the vehicle?
Not sure.
Can I look at the plates?
This is a man standing in his strength right here.
Is that how it works?
So Ross is volunteering to talk to you.
Yeah.
No smile
No,
for the camera. Oh,
Hey?
good morning.
I don't have to.
What is it? Queensland 841.
Lord our God, please protect him. Keep him safe. Put your full armour over him. Adorn him with your full armour, God, and keep him protected.
Give me the,
This is a man standing up and being a man.
give me the details and I'll go do it.
Okay.
As you've been
Oh,
so
and
right
you
on
know
so
the
far,
law.
Grant. How did you go the other day?
There's several
He's
there's
a
several
fucking
court cases
puppet.
where the police have lost because they've tried to book people for the same offence, and it's been proven that it's the same.
Are you under oath?
That's an ugly piece of shit, isn't it?
Are you under oath, officer? Are you under oath? Why won't you
Drop your plates, expose the 28.
Because it doesn't make sense.
Because you don't understand the law,
There you
buddy.
go. The police have taken no oath of allegiance to anyone. Do you like the car that they're driving in? That's your car, people. You own that.
He just say he didn't take an oath to anyone.
He won't. Why would he do that? Yeah.
Just say he
He
didn't
just
take
said.
an
He
oath.
just said that he will not take an oath to anyone. He's stupid. Why would he do that?
We'll see us from the outside lake anyway.
No jurisdiction.
Definitely don't smile. I'm not in.
Learn the law.
There you go. So that's Grant and Donna right there, people. They're not sworn any oath of allegiance, and they're just bullying and harassing.
Learn the law.
Learn the law. He doesn't give the license back.
Is he not giving your license back?
Why not?
Hey,
That's
Fucking
stealing.
super
That's
soldiers.
stealing.
Absolute super soldiers there, people. Driving around in your car, your taxpayer-funded money, just wasting time.
What a pathetic man.
They've sworn no oath of allegiance to the people, the country, the Constitution, the Commonwealth, or God.
Are you under oath?
No, they just said they will not swear an oath.
They will not.
They're a law unto their own, apparently.
They will not answer the question.
You would not take an oath to anyone. I think you should.
Next time they come, mate. Next time they come while they're over here, we get their fucking tyres down.
Cameras on that thing.
Yeah, on that thing there, is it?
Well, you just don't know. Walk around to Tesla.
Yeah.
We're talking about taxpayer ministers.
YLD. So while they bully and harass the people, we might as well bully and harass them, eh?
It's unfortunate that some women that are just so
Yeah.
fat and fucking ugly
Yeah,
have to
exactly.
take it out on the whole world.
I tell you what, the people buy them nice cars. SS, mate. It's an SS model.
It's for the Gestapo.
Or a Gestapo. Well, they bully and harass us, so why can't we bully and harass them back?
Well, not
The
really.
code
We're
of
just keeping them
conduct.
accountable.
Oh, the belligerent act was theirs first. You know, I was halfway through my intro to the digital diggers on the webinets until these two people came up. They've taken Ross's licence,
Stole it.
stole
Drove
it.
off.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what a role model man Ross is, to actually be brave enough to drop his plates to expose the 28 names. Now, that's what we need more men doing. And I'll say that carefully because I haven't dropped my plates yet, but I've got enough heat on me as it is. But I'm going to now. He's told her to move away. He wants his space. They're allowed to intrude our personal space. We're not allowed to intrude theirs. I'll put the microphone back in. I'm still testing to see whether the microphone's better or worse. Morning, Donna.
Oh, they're driving away.
The police.
They're stealing Ross's driver's
No, they're coming back. Here we go. He must have just checked with the law and just...
follow them.
He forgot to indicate.
He did. Right, let's go over here. Oh, I've really got to go get ready for our proclamation. But I tell you what, the people have bought them a nice motor car there, an SS model.
Use your blinker when you went round.
You didn't use your blinker.
I think that's illegal, Grant.
We'll get down there on the right time. We'll be right on time. They're filming us because they're filming us. We're filming them because they're filming us too. Apparently there's cameras. Where are these cameras on the outside of the car looking at us? Can you point one out?
Oh, I don't know, but they have lots of little ones nowadays.
Oh, she's putting her earpiece in.
Walk past a Tesla now and have a look at the dash.
Yeah.
It's filming you from there and there somehow, and it does this around.
I believe they can. I just haven't seen them to know it. I'm just sort of looking at things that could identify cameras.
I walked past a Tesla in a car park and it beeped and made this noise, and then this big screen on the dash, you couldn't miss it. Which, you know, I guess it stops people keying their Tesla.
Oh.
It's considering because Teslas kill 8-year-old children to make their batteries.
Mm.
That's helping the climate change. By turning the motor off. Thank you.
It's funny, we all get bittering and picky because they're so bullying and harassing at us.
She can't even smile.
Nah.
Well,
smiled, his face would fall off.
If you looked in the mirror and saw that, would you be happy?
Everybody should be happy.
Imagine waking up next to that thing in the morning.
I'm not going to buy into that comment, but
Drown yourself is a fucking bastard.
we try to take a higher vision, but anyway. There they are. Quick advertisement for Holden. And a quick advertisement for why the AFP should stick to their code of conduct. He answered the question there. He sworn no oath of allegiance to anyone, so therefore he has no power of authority. The seal has been removed. We're unconstitutional. And this is a wasted resource. They should be exposing the 28, exposing the election fraud, exposing all those that went to Epstein Island, exposing those that have joined with the Clinton Foundation in support of human trafficking and child molestation. There's plenty that they should be investigating. They should be investigating the government for closing all the borders in the first place and killing off Federation. Federation is dead. Whatever they thought it was, it's gone.
Oh, shit, he's got wingnuts on his number plate.
Yeah, he's ready to expose the 28. Mm.
You're in public.
You're in public, mate. Go back to the office. Privacy in a public place comes and steals our bloody privacy and harasses us, but we've got to give him privacy back. These two represent everything that the police shouldn't be. They are unbefitting to be even wearing anything with the Australian word on it, anything representing Australia. They're unbefitting of the Australian culture, their Australian spirit, and our Australian heritage.
There's 2 wing nuts inside too.
Have we done a fake check on this to make sure they are registered to our government? Or are they...
Have you asked them for their insurance number?
How do you do that?
Ask them for their insurance number. Live action here at Rock Garden Barrenjoey Road with the Free People of Australia meet 10 a.m. every day to proclaim to the Governor-General expose the 28 and stop your overreach, heavy-handed overreach with the AFP, using the AFP as his own mercenary force against the Free People of Australia. And you're seeing it here live now. Yes, we have dropped our number plates to expose the 28 in protest. It is a peaceful protest, and it's actually a worthy one. Ba-ding, ba-ding, ba-ding. Lice. Police.
There should be a finable offence, shouldn't it?
He spoke to us about braking in the wrong place.
It's not offensive language. Don't worry, keep going. She's just having a hissy fit.
She's going to make shit up to arrest people.
They just told me I had a fat ass, so I think I should arrest them for that.
Who said it?
Is that a arrestable offence, is it? She thinks it's hilarious. It's not nice being bullied and harassed, is it? It's not nice copping your own back.
How's it feel, Donna? What did you go away? We're here first. It smells like a stress
And you are not. And you are not.
You reap the seeds you sow, Grant.
Stay
way you treat us, we treat you, mate.
You reap the seeds you sow, mate.
You gotta earn it.
Give him a hard time, guys. He's doing his job. Just leave him to it.
Letting committee's crime and peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There's no need to abuse him. He's not abusing us.
He's a puppet.
He's not abusing us. Don't abuse him.
I'll put it on here and I'll take it off after.
Yeah, hard not to get caught up in it, isn't it?
That's fine, Greg. Happy to see you in court, Greg. I don't care, Greg.
Yeah, we'll see you in
Greg,
court.
Greg, are you under oath, Greg?
Are you under oath?
Are you under oath?
Are you under oath?
Win loss ratio.
Are you under oath? Are you under oath to the Queen of Australia?
Leave him, guys. Just leave him.
Some people are so broken you can't even try to fix
You
them.
can't fix them. You can't fix them.
Come on, fellas. We need to get this over. 7 minutes past 10.
Let's go.
KFC's open. Put your mask on.
Wow. I filmed it all. I don't know if I degraded myself totally. I just filmed it, but
But you can edit it, right?
no, I'm not going to. It's on camera. Donna's I can't let bad behaviour beget bad behaviour, can we? Sorry. How are you, Laura?
Well, they'll both be across the sun, but that wasn't one missing one.
And what happened was,
It's a play to play number plate. That's all it is, the fine. They can't actually arrest you.
come on, yeah, Gabby.
Hey, you sold it to your team. Looked up to
Who is this? Well, yeah. Once you're out, once you're out, whether it be I find the reason I'm flat out zipping up my car. Did you get a bomb? I think if it weren't out every day. I'd pull into my doona and I would actually pull right over my head and breathe the hot air in, warm it up. Within 2 minutes, warm as toast. It'd be frost on the outside. Doesn't matter.
The last couple of days I've been doing
I just wear a pair of shorts because I have to get up and have to pee a little bit. I don't want to be 5 minutes in the car with nothing on. I have to put on this place and I
Gabby, that's
Go, Jack. When you grow your hair back.
When he first walked up to Greg, he tapped him on the shoulder. Hey, but I've got a question for you. Play that trailer test you big. So how big was your play number? It's all one big one. Trailer's attached to it.
Nina. This is
When did you start your life?
I've got all my stuff ready to come back with you there today, mate. So as soon as I finish.
Yeah, yesterday I cleaned it up.
Did you?
Better than best in the last 2 years.
There you go. No, good on you. Thanks, mate. So, Mikhail there, he's my new housemate for another week or so. Just shifting camps just to get closer back to everyone and get amongst it. So, and Mikhail's been kind enough to lend me a small part of a house just for a limited time while his wife's in Europe. Moses is back, there he is. And we'll start making our trip down. I've got to ring Mel Graham and Guru. We might be on their show tonight, but there's a lot happening this evening. Maybe they've got a fill-in for us and we can take on another night. But I've got a few meetings, but I'm going to give him a call now. I'm giving you a buzz, Mel. Calling you. Oh, shit, shouldn't probably put the phone up there. I'll ring you back. I'll ring you back, Belle. I just tried to ring you. I'm going to start making my way down. Oh, you got a drum.
Oh, I didn't go. Yeah, she's helping me today.
What sort of drumstick have you got? Sue. Donations again. The thoughtfulness of people. Look what they're doing. Look what they're going to feed all these freedom fighters. We're going to be buzzing. We'll be up all bloody night.
We will be.
Look at that. Everyone's got their mitts in there.
But this just goes to show you. This just goes to show you
Cornflake
how
chocolate.
something as simple as chocolate.
Yeah.
Green one, Nick. That looks alright. What's that? Can be so appreciated.
I like these ones.
Oh, absolutely.
So excited. You can have that one.
Oh, there's like 100 different types of chocolate in there.
This is what they were throwing out in the supermarket.
Really?
Yeah, mine's. Well, and the boss, the boss of the supermarket. So there's a guy that works there, Conquer. His name's Connie. He works for food department. It's quite cool. So he's been
Cornflakes?
saying to the boss, "Look, can we just give it away?" And the boss is like, "Put it in the bin."
Yeah, nah.
So yesterday or the day before, he said,
Oh,
"Can I
what?
take this?" He goes, "Put it in the bin." He goes, "I got a bin at home," and he just walked out with it.
We have
Oh, breakaway.
Just because
Nice
it's,
old gold.
And this one, and somebody over this
that.
already. It's
Roasted
got-
hazel. Oh, look, 100. Thank you. And this is from Sue.
And this was
Beautiful.
somebody opened this one already because it's breakfast.
It's got cornflakes. Yeah, yeah.
It's breakfast.
What's a peel and reclose?
But we can't leave them in the sun, guys. No, it has to be.
Yeah.
You can't reclose it.
I didn't realise.
All right. Well, I'm going to make my way down there.
This one's roasted
It was. It's funny. Like we film it all, but then bad behaviour begets bad behaviour, and you see everyone sort of slipping into that.
Following them.
Yeah, so we filmed it, and it's up to the people to decide, who's badly behaved and who's not, and it's good to see it all, but it's up to the people on the webinets here to decide who's who. But
Yeah, don't cut it.
don't cut it. No, they could have seen.
It's deceitful. Like
Yeah,
they
it
do.
is. It is.
No,
Yeah. So
only pick cherry pick.
that's it. And it is. These conversations are a bit rough and sort of volatile, but we're getting better at them.
We're growing up. We're maturing.
Yeah, we are.
We follow and love one another, and those people are one another as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's the demonic we're fighting, not them. And they can't help that their demonic influence is beating them. And if we get them more free than them, in some way,
In some way, yeah, no, I'm with you.
more free than us.
Yeah.
All behaviours. G'day, mate. Where you going? Thanks, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
Come and go.
Face and we've had conversations, but
Bingo was his name, mate. I got a lot of it on camera, but yeah, like I said, it got a lot of us calling them names too. So it's a bit of bad behaviour on both sides, but we'll let the people decide. And we've got to get better at it. How? Because you get aggravated and frustrated, and then you automatically go to a lower level rather than go higher sometimes. So
We don't need the name calling.
nah. Well, Phil was right with that. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like you've got to pick your battles, don't you?
Oh, they're up there still, right? I see them there on the side of the road. Well, I'm going to make my way down. Even Phoenix has a little drum today. Show us your drumstick, Phoenix. Oh, nice. A little clicking stick. Boom, boom.
All under the sun.
Righto. Timing is the key, mate. Timing.
She's got good rhythm.
Oh, I believe you. Yeah. It looks like she's got it. Yeah. Righto, yeah.
Shall we go?
Righto. Chief drummer Ingrid's going to lead the protege to the front line.
Tula, no food for you, particularly no chocolate. Let's go. Come on.
Thanks for the chocolate, see.
Morning, Daniel.
Good morning. How are
She doesn't
you?
miss a beat, does she, Mum?
I heard you'd already taken off.
No.
Oh, good.
No.
Oh.
Julep, get your nose off the tape.
Oh. Greg's here. Greg's looking over the car back. Cool. Done all our checks. What are these lasses doing? Collecting bush sticks. They want all the secret herbs and spices from the bush to make all their nice little smells and their spiritual smoking ceremonies, etc. Look at those two arm in arm. Oh no, that's a good patch, mate. You're going to have to hold for that one. Yeah, no, he's not moving, mate. No, he likes that one. He likes it. So a bit of action on the front here in Canberra today. Who you saw was Grant and Donna. I'm not sure of their ranks, but they're higher rank of the police AFP here. So they came to do Ross for not having his number plates on. He's disposed of his number plates to expose the 28 in a silent, peaceful protest. The police have been well aware that we're going to do this today. A few others done it, but they came and got Ross. He was the one cited. You can see him here on camera, arm in arm with Nina. As a man should, he stood up for what he believes in and made a stand. He's probably going to cop it one way or another, financially, fee, fine, or arrest. And it's not something he should be arrested from, but it's something that we believe we have the verbatim to defeat them with using the word. Specifically, we're holding them accountable to having no oath of allegiance. their oaths of allegiances are to the Bar Association and their secret Masonic halls, secret societies. That's what their oath of allegiance is to, not to you, not to me, not to our heritage, our ancestors, not to the First Nation people, not to the Anzacs, not to the Commonwealth, not to the Queen. And if it is to a Queen, it's to the Queen of Australia, which is a fictitious figurehead. We're allowed to refer to her as the Queen of Australia, but you cannot use the Queen of Australia to change legislation, mandates and law. But that's what they're doing. That's how they're getting away with it. So I'll leave that footage. I'm just going to post it as is. Like I said, you're probably going to see bad behaviour on our behalf. You might see the police as totally innocent, just doing their job. I can assure you that it's not their job. They are not supposed to be there to control the people. They're not allowed to bully, harass, discriminate, be dishonest in order to create fear to gain control. They have no power of authority over us whatsoever. They only have the power that we give them. And yeah, it all sounds good in theory or in words at the moment, but actually holding true to that is challenging. And we find that when we are arrested, it's normally just because they make shit up, not because we've done something wrong, and then they just make it the court's problem. But it's a peaceful protest. Drop your plates, expose the 28. One day, it's today, and that's what we're doing. And one man has done that strong and stood strong in his right. Led the way to make it easier for others. But I think what you saw from us guys too is care for each other and everyone go in to start protecting. And the best way we can protect ourselves is with a camera, footage and audio. Two chief drummers today, Ingrid and Phoenix. They're doing all right too. So, off the script, raw, live, unplugged, coming to you every day from the National Rock Garden, and then pilgrimage down to the foreshore of Lake Burley Griffin opposite the Governor-General's house. It's funny how agitated the police got when the cameras were all on them and they're telling us to go away, give us some peace and quiet, blah. And we've got cameras on us everywhere we go from them. We're under footage, we're on facial recognition. And that works very quickly. If we go into a building they don't want us into, or we're discriminated against as protesters, even if we're not protesting. As seen by Jan when she led the ladies up to visit the suffragette exhibition in Parliament House and she was arrested, identified as a protester. That's discrimination. It's easy as that. Apparently it was a ritualistic day for the cabal yesterday and all the Masonic halls. Apparently they had their rituals last night, using the tomb of the unknown soldier to reverberate their negative energies to a certain point. I hope to get more of that on camera for you. There's a few things people looked at yesterday and we'll probably get that on camera at some point. Oh, mate, Scott's all over this, mate. Look what he's doing. He's got potential, that bloke.
I'm just parked on the side road. They'll come and talk to me.
Scott.
I'm on the lawn. They won't come and talk to me.
Highly capable. He's got capability and know-how and the ability to get a job done.
It was interesting what the police said to Phil about us. You always know the story that people accuse you of what they're doing.
Fill us in, mate. What are you saying?
Oh, Phil said that the police said we don't understand the law, break the law, we're just making uses of ourselves, not achieving anything. And I reckon that pretty much sums up the AFP in the last 6 months that I've been in.
Yeah.
They don't know the law.
You know the law?
They don't know the law.
No, there is no law.
You ask them what law and they just bullshit, basically.
Yeah.
MSU.
Yeah.
They just they create a nuisance of themselves, really, and break the law.
Well, it's all captured here on footage. You guys, the digital diggers of the Webernets, get to decide for yourselves. And I'd love to see you on the feeds and tell us what you think, because we all have to learn from here. There you go. Beautiful. Woohoo!
Will it stay? It will. It will.
It doesn't matter. You give it a good chance of doing it, mate. I tell you.
In your mind, do not allow for.
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can tell you.
You lost half the crowd. You lost half the crowd.
Yeah, well, there's a lot happened today.
Did they come back after I left?
Oh, no, they're still there on the side of the road, though.
The cops are?
Yeah.
Ah.
They are just outside on the main road there, just sitting there.
We don't wait them because Donna's targeting KFC. Yeah, probably. But I don't think she'll be able to wait on the side of the road.
KFC ain't open this area today, though.
Yeah, KFC seems a bit pissed.
They stopped doing their breakfast a long time ago.
Don't worry, Brad's got a pretty awesome one for us.
I hope you didn't miss it.
Yeah, but it's
I was there.
but it's a low
No, I was waiting for someone to turn up this morning, but they didn't turn up. I was there to see them.
And a lot of us have dropped our plates to expose the 28 high-profile pedophiles in the Australian judiciary system. Yeah, so we've already had homeless Donna and Grant, but we want to stop by and see how
It looks unroadworthy, that car, too.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, good. Hello, Bingo.
Where's the rest of the car park? They all stay in the car park today. Well, regularly stays out there, isn't it? No, I've got someone else coming now, a couple more people. Tobias didn't come in with the drums this morning. You all right?
So they try to in the States, there are people determined
Don't hold back, mate. No, if that's where the frustration is, who am I to tell you otherwise? I mean, we'll just let them have it down to the car time. People will decide whether we're the wrong ones or the right. And you can I just want to change it from a structure to solve the perfect problem and issue the writs. You're beyond issuing any writs. Just tell us solve the parliament so we can stand in. That's the outfit at the moment. Everything's getting rewritten now as we speak. There's a few words there. We're getting better at it. No, but I reckon he would have, yeah. I think he's going to boom. All right. Good morning, everybody. Please make your way forward and we'll start today's proclamation to the Governor-General to expose the 28 names of the elite pedophiles he's protecting, including a Prime Minister, as identified by the Wood Royal Commission. Same thing as yesterday, just another day. Yeah. No, we won't. Beautiful weather out there. Bit of excitement down here at the front already today. Obviously with the police coming in with their overreach again. Not really overreach.
Not really an overreach. They believe something that is incorrect, and they're trying to enforce something which is not correct.
That's right. So this is right where the battle is. Right. The word. We're battling for the word. If we can win the word, we can take back the law.
If we can prove that law is not just because it doesn't have a Queen's assent, then we can prove that they are trying to enforce things which are not just, and also by doing that we'll probably prove that they're actually a corporation, so they hold
no power of authority. And that's what we're here every day to try and... Oh, Wally's ringing me. Sorry, Wally, I'll have to get back to you, mate. Does he know it's 10 o'clock?
Funny story about Wally ringing. Wally rang me this morning, and for some reason when I picked up my phone it just had a number across the top, not a name. And so they've been on my phone last night, obviously, because this only happens when they get into my phone at night time between about 1 and 2 in the morning. And all of a sudden I lose all these contact details. So Wally's name came up as just a number. I went, hello, Phil speaking. And he goes, it's Bob speaking. I said, oh, it's you, Wally.
Sorry, Wally, we'll get back to you. There's a lot going on today. All right, thank you. Without further ado, I'll just bring the camera around so you can see what we're doing.
Yeah, guaranteed. Mark's the only one that does the perimeter walk. The rest of them drive it.
Mark's been hanging out at Parliament lately.
Has he?
And with binoculars, that wasn't Mark the other day when I watched him walk through.
Interesting.
All right, without further ado, please move forward. Be on standing, remove your headdress. Today's vote and silence. Stand fast! went with songs in the battle. They were young, straight of flame, true of eyes, steady and aglow. They were stripes to the end against odds uncounted. They fell with their faces to the foe. They should not gold as we the left go. Age should not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them.
We will remember them.
Lest we forget.
Lest we forget.
Governor General David Hurley as Governor General of this nation. This letter is a direct appeal
from the ever-growing cohort of Australian people, both here and at home. We call on you to action the public review of the unredacted findings in the Woods Royal Commission report delivered by the police in 1995 to 1997. The Woods Royal Commission has catalogued in the Police Integrity Commission, resulted in a 90-year suppression order containing 28 names of alleged pedophiles of prominent stature, including judges, government officials, an ex-Prime Minister, and others finding enough. Our Australian government, Australian Parliament, and our Governor General yourself has made no attempt to undo this 90-year suppression order, supposedly for the safety and well-being of the population, is unacceptable. Revisiting again in 2015, when you were Governor General of New South Wales, in the Senate Legal and Constitution Legislation Committee meeting, the then Senator Bill Heffernan delivered the same request for the findings to be delivered to the public. And you could see the disgust on his face. As the Senator stated, it's not so much a secret, that's the problem. It's when a group of people such as the 28 in the police report tabled at the Woods Royal Commission keep each other's secrets. And now you keep their secrets. Earlier to the appeal, he quoted the judge of the day. We decided not to revisit that issue because the public would lose trust in the judiciary. When there's a judge used we, David Early, and we have lost our faith in the judiciary system. Governor General, how can you justify the 90-year suppression order of the police report tabled at the Woods Royal Commission? Even if the Woods Royal Commission is suppressed, the police report was not part of the Woods Royal Commission, it was tabled there. Given that the Australian taxpayers paid out roughly $64 million on this case, we have the right to full disclosure, as we paid for it and therefore owed it. 26 years later, 68 children a day, 25,000 a year according to the AFB, and over 500,000 since 1995. We have served each week since August 30, 2021 at Government House in Queensland. Over 250 days in the Governor's House in New Zealand. And since the 7th of February, at this location, your house, or our house that you reside in, sorry. We're the real victims, family members of victims, or friends of victims of the appalling industry of pedophilia and child trafficking. Why do you choose not to do anything about this, Governor General? Do you not believe that pedophilia and child trafficking should not be in our community? Do you condone pedophilia and child trafficking, Governor General? We the people require the individual honoured with the position of Governor General to answer these questions. Also, to dissolve a treasonous parliament which did not correct the correct oath and issue writs for fresh elections for a temporary parliament of the people, by the people, for the people. And step in over police overreach. Example, arresting a nursing mum of 4 and jailing her for 30 days for an unregistered vehicle. Maybe she was not financial enough, who knows? But at the end of the day, it was a traffic offence. She was jailed for 30 days. A nursing mother of 4 jailed for 30 days. And when she finally got out, you had turned off her power. No heating, no hot water, no cooking. Why? Because she was unfinancial enough to pay the power bill. I think the police might have overreached in this case, David Hurley. Do you not? How about you step up for this person? She is one of Australia's people. She has the rights to be treated like a human being. And her children have the right to heating, hot food, hot water. It is winter. Just one example of police overreach. Arresting someone for 30 days for failing to register their vehicle. If that's not an overreach, I don't know what is. Let it be up to the people, the men, the women of Australia, to determine their level of confidence in Parliament, judiciary, the police, yourself, government, in this matter. Yours sincerely, the people of Australia.
Thank you for being the role model for all us men today there, Ross. Really appreciate it. Thank you for standing your ground, mate. All good. As I said to Nina when I pulled the plates off, I did think twice, but I made the decision to do as I did, because if we choose not to take the opportunity like today in removing the plates, well then we're not achieving anything. So it was my choice to do as I did. I understand if people choose not to. On that note, if anyone actually has any video footage of when Grant approached me and assaulted me, I would very much appreciate it, because it was an assault that he committed upon myself. With that, interesting conversation once again last night with a gentleman by the name of Ron. I'll say no more. But he has a group that is now swelling into the 20,000s, in the high numbers. Just yesterday, he's had other groups such as TAPS come on board. We are all these small groups throughout Australia that are all doing our little bit, and now you're coming together as one. We're all uniting with a common interest and a common goal. And as we have wins, and we have some good people advising us now, we will be sharing that throughout Australia to empower the people on how to push back on these courts, how to push back on the taxation department, and all these sorts of overreaches that these bastards are committing. Rates, councils, the whole bloody lot. We are going to take the whole system on. And as we win and show, people will swell, people will come to this movement. And this is the way we are going to win this fight. We're going to take away their source of money. That is our aim, which is through collecting fines and penalties through the court system and taxes, because rates also. It is fraudulent in what they're doing. I listened to Ricardo Bosey speak the other night. He explained his 2% consumption tax. Anyone that's not aware of it or knowledgeable on it, I urge you to actually go and listen to what Ricardo says, because he is spot on, absolutely spot on in what he says.
And when you think about it, 2% is 2 cents in the dollar for every dollar that you actually spend, not what you save or earn. So for those bastards that choose to drive around in their Rolls Royces and drink their champagne and off the top shelf and eat caviar, good luck to them, they can afford it. But so many of them are doing it at the cost to the average taxpayer, because they are not avoiding tax, they are utilising the current system to their benefit. But in what Ricardo Bosie says is nothing new. It was actually put out by Sir Joe Bjelke-Petersen many, many years ago. This is not a new idea. Pauline Hanson, when Pauline Hanson actually had a backbone and actually stood for something before they arrested her, and she became a part of the two major parties, which she gets out there occasionally and puts on the front that she's the great saviour. Well, Pauline Hanson once floated the same idea, but she's gone very quiet on that now. And I put it out to Pauline Hanson to just do a moral check on yourself, Pauline, and actually go back and look at some old footage of when you actually entered Parliament 20 odd years ago, because you actually weren't well versed. You were very rough in the way you spoke. But Australia got behind you. Why? Because you actually stood for something and you actually displayed a backbone and you made sense in what you said. You were not the most articulate person. You were very hard to actually tolerate and listen to from a male's point of view, but you actually made sense in what you said. So
You petrified them because that's why they arrested you.
that's exactly right. You did petrify them, and that's why they set out little Johnny Howard, who we know what little Johnny Howard is.
Bad Johnny.
He is the man responsible for having the 28 names suppressed. So that tells you everything.
It was his niece
about,
that put in the application for it.
That's right. His niece was the one that done the application for it. So that tells you where Johnny Howard stands. But anyway, at the moment, to anyone out there that may be listening on live stream, or anyone here that knows of individual groups scattered throughout Australia, please urge them to make contact with us. We will pass on the contact details and get you in touch with Ron, because the more of us that come together and share this information, the stronger we become and the quicker we are going to win this. So please pass it on to people. Yeah.
A lot of work behind the lines, guys, to organise this sort of stuff. Yesterday I was driving around trying to solve an issue for someone, a lady of 4 kids, and I pulled up at a service station and a lady come over and just about scared the life out of me. But she said, "Oh, it's good to see you still getting around. I've seen your vehicle parked over there." She came to me. Now she is in the throes of organising a major network where people buy direct from the farm, not through Woolworths or Coles or whatever. She left me her number, and I will give it to Ross, and we'll try and put her into this group as well with this guy. Because if we can bypass the middleman with all that shit, a cabbage used to be $2.50 2 years ago. It's $14 now. I know this because a person came to me 2 days ago and said, "My business, I make sauerkraut." He said, "I've got to close my business. I've got to sack 25 people and close my business because I can't make sauerkraut for a price that the shops can afford to buy." And they're now importing it from overseas.
$7 at the farmers market the other day.
37. $7, okay, yeah. Direct from the farmers market, yeah. You can get to the farmers market, you are cutting a middleman out sometimes. But you have to remember the farmers market is council owned. So the rates go to. Yeah, but the Rotary's organising it, but the land actually they have to lease it off the council. But yeah, anyway, so that's another group. From what I was saying, she has about 200 or 300 farmers all through the country that are willing to sell direct.
Awesome.
Correct. And for people that are unfinancial, they are also willing for people to come and work on their farm for periods of time to get an X amount of credit with them and then source their vegetables from them. So you might be able to do a couple of months of work and then for the rest of the year just source your vegetables from them.
Love it.
And this is how we, like Ross said, it's like rates, for instance, right? Why do you think the price of your house goes up all the time, constantly going up? Why is that? It's still only worth a house. If you sell it, you can only buy another house.
Your rates is a percentage.
The rates are a percentage of the value of your house. That's why your house keeps going up in value. The only people that win are the council and also the insurance companies because your insurance is on the cost of your house as well. You're not winning because if you sell your house, you can still only buy one more house with it. So you're not winning at all. This is why your house, people that think, oh, my house has gone up in value, it's so great. No, it hasn't. It's still only worth one house in the same location, same style, etc. Yeah, that's right. So, like Ross says, we kill them by taking away their money. But not only that, Ross, we kill them because the people that we're talking to, remember, are willing to take them on and sue them. So that means that we make them pay money. We don't give them money, and we make them pay money. And then we'll be doing that, rolling in the dirt and laughing. We'll be laughing. That'll be the money under them, though.
Thanks, Demo.
As I said, if you look at Ricardo Bosey's, as it has been floated, think of it in the way that any of those people out there that are struggling to pay their house mortgage, husband and wife are out there working their gutses out to just support a mortgage, and their 4 TVs, and their office room, and their 4-bedroom, and their extra media room, and all the rest. But anyway, they are the essentials in everyone's day's life now, because that's what we've been told. That's what we need. That's what we have to have. But if we get back to the common sense of 2 cents in the dollar consumption tax, takes away the need for 2 wages. 1 wage will more than support a family.
That's right.
That then puts the value back in the house. There is nothing better than one family member, one adult, being in the home and doing the parenting. And actually teaching their children, directing their children as to the right and the wrong way. Not relying on a bloody school teacher. Nothing against school teachers. Your job isn't there to parent children. I understand that. Your job is to educate. But
I couldn't think of anything worse than going to pick up your child from childcare and the childcare teacher telling you your kid walked for the first time today because you are at work trying to earn enough money to pay for your house. Who would want that as a life?
Yep.
When my first wife and I had kids, I said to her, we will have kids if one of us stays home. I said, I don't care how hard we live, one of us must stay home.
Yep. Absolutely.
anyway, I just urge everybody to just go and have a look at. I don't agree with everything that Ricardo Bosey says. I don't agree with a lot of some of the people that Ricardo Bosey seems to encircle himself with. But that's Ricardo's choices, and my choice is to support Ricardo on what I choose to want to and what I choose not to. But I must say, the tax issue is a major one because it is the recipe to actually allow people to bring the family value back into a home, I believe.
That's true.
Yes, very much. Again, another example. Imagine if you went to your preschool and your preschool teacher told you that your kid walked for the first time today. These things happen. They put kids in preschools at 6 months. How ridiculous is that? You're not a parent. You're a birthing thing. That's where you are, because you're a breeder. You're not bringing up this child.
I saw this firsthand. My daughter was actually the director of a childcare centre and chose not to get vaccinated. Done all the research. It's hard to understand how she would actually find that research, having me as a father. But both my children, I am fortunate in the sense they are both very much aware. My son's not with me on the flat earth yet, but I'll keep working on him. But anyway, my daughter, the classic was she chose to stop work. Fortunately, her husband, he told her, he said, you quit your job. He said, you come home to the kids. He said, because he works for himself, so the choice was there, it was made for him. She was the one that was getting employed. She was the one that was told she needed to be vaccinated. She made the choice to come home. It was the greatest thing that ever happened because, in all honesty, their son at that stage was 2.5, and his behaviour had become the behaviour of the worst child in that child's care centre, because that child carried on like that. Remy decided that that was the normal at home. In having been at home in an environment with a mother doing what she does on a daily basis with her 2 children, that actually the improvement just in those 2 children is just amazing, absolutely amazing. So that's what we need, is we need that back, not to farm our children out. And I believe that role should be and can be shared by both parents in the sense of work, to give each that opportunity to go, but to give the children a good balance of a father and a mother.
The positive side of that, I think last year, because I enrolled my daughter in homeschool, because there was over 45,000 parents in New South Wales alone who their kids out of school last year.
Yeah, it was. And Canberra here is actually a large community of homeschool kids now because they pulled their kids out of school. Because in Canberra here, they actually mandated, some of the private schools mandated jabs for kids.
In Cairns, some teachers up there started jungle education.
Yeah, right.
And doing really
Jungle
well.
education.
Yeah, where
Learning
people
the real
are
way to live.
homeschooling, but they substitute a couple of days a week through that. They run, I think, 5 days a week. But they put the children in there for the socialisation and the sport and all the rest, but they still
Yeah.
at home.
Homeschooling doesn't have to be one mum on child, and they do need to have some sort of social environment too, because you learn social skills.
One mum, one parent.
Yeah, one age should easily support a family. You want to know why one age is not enough to support a family? You want to know why that happened?
It's their design.
Deregulation of shop hours was a big one in WA.
No, that's really good, but no. There was one reason why they made it so that 2 people had to work in the family to support the thing. Because the suffragettes won the right for ladies to have their voice, which they should have not had. And once that happened, these ladies were very good. They were at home in the home environment, sorting out the home environment, but they also kept a large community between all the other mums. And these mums could talk. And these mums could organise, and they could ask questions because they were talking to each other, where they weren't flat out working all day and they couldn't talk to the guy next to them or whatever. So there was all of a sudden a large group of people that were standing there going, why is the government doing that? That doesn't make sense. Oh, we should do something about that. So what do? They send them all to work, because then they don't have time to organise. They don't have time to get together. They don't have time to question, because they're too busy working. That is why we lost the ability to support a family with one wage, because it was designed to stop people going against the government, basically.
It is all by design. Look at your fuel prices right now. Do you think the government's happy in the fact that fuel's come back off 20, 25 cents. What you paid this morning, Nina? $1.79.
Yep, that's what I paid.
So-
$1.79.
Yeah.
Where was that?
That was yesterday over at the Metro.
Yep. Well, there you go. Do you reckon the government want you paying $1.79 to oppose to $2.20 a month ago? Hell no, because 3 taxes, and they're taxing on a tax, and the taxes are a percentage. The higher the fuel prices, the more the government makes. They don't have a set price on the fuel. They don't charge 10 cents a litre for the state tax and 10 cents a litre. It is percentage based. So the dearer the fuel, the happier the government is. The bastards are not working for you.
54% of the hours you work go directly to them.
And that's not counting all the taxes you don't see.
That's right.
And you have percentage-based tax on percentage-based tax. 33%, 33%, oh, sorry, 3 cents times 3 times 3 was a percentage-based tax on fuel. And then they shoved GST on top, which is another percentage-based tax. And then the money that you're using was already taxed before you even got it. So you paid tax on the money, then you paid tax on the fuel, and then you paid a percentage tax for being a consumer.
Plus registration of the car and your license fees.
Which
And
has GST on it.
Excise isn't tax, so you should feel good about that.
Oh, yes.
The main point is to take it's all by design, and we have to see that so we can do something about it. From WA, I know that they deregulated shop hours, so all the main shopping centres would be open, and that pretty much killed off families. So all your teenagers, anyone of working age was suddenly working on the weekends, all the shop hours, and the family wasn't going away on the weekend and have their barbecues and their weekends off. So that was a big one for WA.
Remember when rest stops used to have barbecues in it?
Yeah.
When you pulled over beside the road, a rest stop had a barbecue in it?
As a veteran too,
Rest stops just now just to pull into your car and then pull back out again.
Yeah. The other one is a veteran. I worked with a very good group, Soldiers and Sirens in WA, and they asked the Shadow Minister, Peter Collier, the Shadow Minister for Police, to go to Parliament and argue for funding for veteran soldiers as a part of Soldiers and Sirens. He went to Parliament and spoke to Parliament for an hour and a half, apparently, antagonising them to get some funding for us. Anyway, he came back to our meeting, Shadow Minister Peter Collier, and he spoke to us. He said that his father had a whole career in politics. He's had a 20-year career in politics, and he's really enjoyed himself. And I put my hand down and said, "Oh, I bet you bloody have, Mr. Collier." He didn't see the sarcasm in it, but anyway. So he basically came back to our group and said he argued for an hour and a half in Parliament. He has got no funding, so he didn't achieve anything. There's still people backing. But he actually acknowledged then, in an age where there's a total breakdown of the nuclear family, people like him are going to have to go and argue for more funding for mental health support. Wrong bloody answer, mate. He mentioned it there, the pure breakdown of the nuclear family. That's what they're doing by design. We have to address that and bring the families back together. So they're well aware of it, it's by design, but the more we wake up to it, the more we can see through their lives and actually stand our ground and do something about it. Very much like yourself there today, Ross. Very admirable. Anyway, without further ado, we'll get on to our anthem. Unless there's anyone else that wants to speak.
Just a quick...
Just a quick thing on the number plates, guys. If you feel that you don't want to step forward and possibly receive a failure display number plate fine, where your number plate goes is where everybody looks when one's missing. They instantly see that spot. You know that when you drive around. So here's an idea for you, right? #exposure28 in that position, because people will see that, and then maybe put your number plate in the window so it is displayed. Right, so then people will see that the location the number plate is missing. They will see that hashtag display, because that's what it's about. That's why we're doing it on the 2nd of the 8th, right? It's also a pushback. Some of us realise it's pushback against it. But if you don't feel that you have the confidence or you don't want to have the possibility of fighting the police in court for an unjust fine, then maybe that's an idea for you. If you feel like you want to step forward and still remove the number plate, but then you're still displaying it, again, it's on your own head, not on mine. It's just an idea that you might want to bounce around.
Proclamation, please, Sue. Come in here, come forth and release the fury. The Governor General is not listening.
David Hurley. Take two. David Hurley, Governor General, I use that title ever so loosely. My name's Sue. I've spoken here before, but not quite so politely as I'm doing now. And I have lost confidence in the government. Never had much over my 62 years on this earth, but definitely have none now. I'm struck due to dissolve this illegal parliament immediately. Immediately. You know it was illegal. You know on what grounds this government was sworn in, and it was false and illegal. And I further want you to release the documents that Senator Bill Heffernan took into the Parliament. The police documents naming the 28 names of suspected pedophilia within our government and our judiciary. A former Prime Minister being named. Supreme Court Justice Yeldon committed suicide before he faced the Rookwood Royal Commission. Not only did he kill himself, but he killed his wife. Why, David Hurley? Why? You know why. You know why that man killed himself and why 11 other police officers committed suicide. You know very well why, and you are covering all that up. 68 children every day go missing in this country. Where are those children? Where are they? Why is nobody asking where those children are? Why aren't their faces on every milk carton in this country? Why aren't their faces on every news bulletin, newspaper everywhere around in this country? Do your job, David Hurley. If you've got the title of Governor General, do your fucking job! Yeah. Every hour, David Hurley, 3 children go missing. Every fucking hour. Do your job!
Thank you, Steve. Those statistics make me cringe every time it's mentioned. I can't close my eyes in disbelief because it's very true.
Have to face it.
Have to face it. Anyway, we've really dragged on today. Without any further ado, we'll have our Freedom Front anthem.
Son, you watch, we take back to the start. No D's, no drivers, no just fast. Now we got you, take the turn. We can't do the full holy soul. Holy abuse, nobody coming out that you shut up. Yeah, who at the door, knock the door. We want to storm, fire to get empty. Before we're gone, we come back to the front lawn. Yeah, we're still here, still ain't got no fear. We won't cry, still ain't shed no tear. In the sense of what you still here. Is that all you got? We take on you want, you not. You don't want a shot, soft in the road along. And they're still here, yeah, they're still here. Return the song, but they never left. They're still here, yeah, they're still here. Yeah, they're still here. Yo, the civilization, listen, and they're still here. Need your support for the new way these warriors fought. Outlaw warrior for the law, rank into the income war records. Gotta cut it, hands up, yeah, that's what the plans are. Walk with the elders, they got the law, we got the numbers, that is the answer. Yeah, we're still here, yeah, we're still here. Never got a jack, never want a mask, 2 years go past them, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here, yeah, we're still here. They raided again, can't hold the can, 2% yeah, but we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here, they're broken the road,
breaking the law, back time for the spirit now, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They smash my car and lock me up with a man on fire, and I'm still here. They see us come, we see them run. Now we are one, free our daughters, free our sons. Yeah, the dead is dead, front line in the bed, I'm there. If we were gone, our spirit is on, yeah, we going anywhere. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Never got a jack, never went out to you, so we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They bring that again. Time to recant, you said it again, but we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They're breaking the roads, breaking the law, back time for the spirit now, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They smash my car and knock me up with a man on bail, and I'm still here.
Before we finish, we play the 28th.
Yes, we'll do that right now.
We're going to finish with today's anthem. Hope everyone watching from home.
11:17.
Is this my mine, baby?
Expose the 28 names of pedophiles you're protecting, David Hurley! Come on.
Kill it. We got a spirit that can't touch but feel it. Sit down, the power. Now don't you forget it. I'm setting it straight. I'm the Angie, remember the day. Singing at the 8, they dropped the place, so they dropped the name. The next road in 28. They don't tell us who they are. Why should we then tell them who we are? We don't need a leader. Right now we need a releaser. It's better as you take some, and we don't want either. High profile PMs to judges. Can't trust none of them until there's some charges. Every day the GG's with us, and we must get tough and past all the margins. Start making them listen. I'm done holding signs, I'm signing petitions. Instead of fishing, God played the mission. Imagine if the lizard in your kids the kissing. They try, but damn bride can't kill it. We got the spirit they can't touch but feel it. Yeah. We planning a moment, not a table dance. Yeah. The system's the better. We the people the power. Now don't forget it.
Take the sticks out. Oh, take the sticks out and we'll roll it.
Throw it down, I was about to zoom in on that and it's gone.
Is it change that you want? Rip them off, set the place off, turn it up and notch. Feel what I've got, cause I stop and think lost, my lost, and lost and great cost. I'm calling all the freedom fighters, all the First Nations, come and drive beside us. Leave the past and tyrants behind us, let us get started, let us all unite us. Speak up from the get-go, big brothers ain't gonna let go. They gotta do what he says, expose he said so, expose the pedo, don't play your retro. This is not need of freedom, expose the 28, expose the demon. We don't even need them, which already was never seen it. Take pride, but down pride can kill it. We got the spirit that can't touch but feel it. The system's the better, we the people the power. Now don't you forget it.
We're still here, Hurley! Hashtag expose the 28!
Thank you for everyone for coming down today. It's been a long day, a long morning, a few things happening. See you back at the car park for coffee and cake. Thank you, Cheryl. Oh, and Cara's pineapple upside down pineapple cake. Thank you. It's a new cooking method. Double cooked upside down pineapple cake method.
I've got to tell you, Danny, you want to see her just knock them things up. There's no measurements enough, but she just gets the bowl, tuck, 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 tuck in the oven, pulls out this fucking cake. It's amazing.
Just plucks it every time, eh?
Amazing.
Yeah, and it still rises. Yeah. Come on, Sov, we're going.
He's sat in his place all day today.
It's the war call.
I was watching your feet. You've got to try not to. You're feeling the stumps. Said the cat, look at the brain.
Dun, 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 dun. You have to be highly trained to see these things, people, but I saw it. I pointed them out straight away. It looks like she's not wearing shoes, but it's just because they're camouflage. If you look very closely, they're boots. They're really good quality boots. But to the trained eye, you can sort of see them, but everyone else just thought she had no feet.
Yeah.
Just levitating.
Footloose.
Footloose and funky. Yeah.
Come on, baby girl, let's go.
What brand were they, did you say?
Jack Pike.
Jack Pike. British issue.
Military One, I think it's called. They're UK military issue.
Yeah, military. Yeah, but yeah, righto, there we go. New boots for all the ladies out there. Anyone who wants some visible feet.
Those swift kicks.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a size 12 to give David Hurley a kick up the arse. No. Any foot can do it.
We need those sticks in case the coppers come. I can push. Yeah. You do a lot of damage with the stuff. That's the end. Yeah.
Oh, good work there, Mikhail.
-6 and that. Last night I was all right.
All right, we'll head back to the car park. Hope you've enjoyed today's proclamation, people. So, just another day at the front. I was real weary yesterday. I just didn't have my A games. Probably still don't quite have it today, but we're here all the same. Trying to just do it a bit better, but yeah, straight up, the police came to book Ross for not having his number plates on. We've taken the number plates off in peaceful protest to demand David Hurley exposed to 28. We're not the only people doing it. This is happening across the nation. It's well organised. Thank you, Mark Matt, for all the work he's done. Kane Obbs and Alana for their song Drop the Plates, exposed to 28. Guru and Mel out there pushing it, drop the plates. Not pushing it, just advising that that's the way we're going to peacefully protest. And yeah, we had the police, our two favourite police, and I say that sarcastically, Ian Grant and Donna. It's the first time I've ever seen Donna. But anyway, so they rock in to do that, and we obviously get very protective of our own. We start using the word, asking the right questions, and they just bat it off like it's nothing. What's your oath of allegiance? Who have you sworn your oath to? All that sort of stuff. And quite clearly, Grant said, I've never sworn an oath of allegiance. Why would I want to do something stupid like that? Now, that's the attitude from the police. Now, we all bloody walked around after him, and I'll let you guys to decide what's good behaviour, what's bad behaviour, because I know once you get up on a rant, it's very easy to lose your decorum, lose your standing, and get dragged down into nitpicking and bickering and swear words and name calling and all the rest of it. You might find me guilty of some of these things here, and if you do, I apologise, but it just goes to show that none of us are immune to it. Bad behaviour begets bad behaviour. Now, the overreach of Grant and Donna on us, the peaceful people, has been above them. They've gone above and beyond their call of duty to ensure they incarcerate and charge peaceful protesting. They don't care what it's about. They just want you locked up or get in front of the courts to the side. But anyway, we've been their cannon fodder for long enough, so any behaviour you see from us doesn't mean they've deserved it, but you can understand the frustration from which it comes from. We've tried to reach these two people, tried to befriend them, tried to win them over to the word, to the law, or to truth, and they just won't hear it. They reckon we're absolute nutbags, we're ridiculed, and then we're bullied and harassed. So we did a bit of that back today. But anyway, you guys can be the decider, the judge, I suppose, of our behaviour and what your thoughts are. Please feel free to just say it for what it is, how you truthfully feel. Because we all need to be held accountable. We're held accountable by each other and our standing in the community. I try to bring my best every day because I represent my family name. I represent diggers, veterans, and I'd like to give the best representation of myself, of all I dreamed I could be as a man. A lot there, but yeah, so I'm not above any law, and I'm never too old or too high up on any sort of scale to not get a kick in the arse when I do something wrong. And it's never easy, of course. Mate, I get told every day. Have any of you guys been told yet today? It's like that, isn't it? You've been told today? Yeah, I get me lessons, I get me kicks in the arses. I know who to accept it from and who not to. But anyway, that's another day, that's a wrap. I've got to get back to Wally, got to give him a call back. I've got to give Dave Guru a call back. Sort of in between camps at the moment, going to a new camp just a bit closer to the city here for a week or two. And so I can just be closer to these guys so we can do some law stuff and try and get our act together in the next, become a little more professional in what we're doing. Always trying to get better at it, trying to empower ourselves with resources and knowledge. That's Basil. No coat today, Kojak. Hey? Hey? Bingo. Bingo was his name-o.
Yeah, I'll remember that. He's down there, and I was just watching the head. I wouldn't trust these guys to put something down there.
Oh
yeah. It's very careful. Yeah. You need to ask for to show you.
Like, No traffic. Check for traffic. Always check for traffic. We're going to get cleaned up by one of these fast-moving bikes one day. There's a Freedom Embassy crew there. Brad, Vaughan, Theo. I haven't seen Joel for a while. I miss Joel. I haven't seen Sideshow for a while. I miss Sideshow. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Press like, share, subscribe. Going live hopefully in 7 days. I'll up this vid onto the webinars via YouTube. I'm still struggling to get it over to Rumble each day because there's just not enough time in the day and these uploads are taking a long time. We'll have a quick look at the art today. Once again, Peppy's a fan. Suppose the 28. I think I might use this one as a thumbnail today. So, here come the police again. We'll tune in and see if we can't act as a better people this time. Nothing wrong with the way we acted last time, but we can always do better. We can always grow. That's Kojak. Little Pepe. Pepe is well liked around here. Yeah, I've just seen that. Phoenix, I'm just heading there now. Cara. I think Paul got an outline too. Paul's got an outline. Oh, Ingrid's got an outline. Ingrid, yeah. Look at that one. Here they come. Try and hold a higher vision, fellas. Hold ourselves in higher accord. Patrolling. That's their number plate, eh? AFP, another wasted resource. Taking all the power of authority where they actually have none at all. And we're not trying to bloody hurt them or stick it to them, or we just want them to acknowledge the fact that there's an unconstitutional government. There is no Great Seal. There is no constitution. That they've blah, blah, blah. You guys know where I'm trying to get at anyway. But they have no power of authority. The Governor-General has stated there's no jurisdiction to expose the 28 names, even though he was the Governor in New South Wales at the time. But he says he's got no jurisdiction. And he's right, he has no jurisdiction, he has no power of authority other than that what we give him. But yeah, he uses his power as an overreach to the free people of Australia, overreach on, against. Just watching Brad there, sorry. And we'd just like the AFP to wake up to that fact that they're not all the power and might that they really think they are. They're actually human beings just like you and I. And we can work together in that capacity. Try and throw your power around like you've got something, mate, and you've lost us. So, I think this is the new outlet.
Donna's not going to be silent.
Yeah, well, they just like her a lot, and they just like to see her at KFC.
Love you, Donna,
and I suppose that's where I'm getting at with this conversation. You know, at what point do we take the high ground? I mean, it's all, yeah.
Oh, Donna, oh. KFC might be open by now.
So we've got a new drive-through at Rock Garden, National Rock Garden Barrenjoey Road. And look, yeah, we're held accountable by you guys, the diggers on the webinars. So let us know what you think, how you feel, and yeah, we're not above or beyond.
Yeah. Who's doing this feed? Dan, Karen just asked.
This is yeah. So it'll be live in 7 days. It's Freedom Front Canberra. It's Freedom Front Canberra on YouTube. You're coming across on the Rumble, but I'll upload this to Savo. The last few days already uploaded. Yeah, live in 7 days when we get through the waiting period for YouTube. Sorry, mate, you're right. Oh, right, thanks, mate. Yeah. What's on?
The next day's back in the same car.
It looks like you reversed.
I'm gonna make a drop this guy. The sun you watch. We take a back to start. No deep, so tight. No press bar.
No.
Now we try to take it to turn.
Darren just said to remind you his name is Motivation Man, you called him.
Motivation Man.
Yeah, you know who he is now.
Come back to the front lawn. Yeah, we're still here. Still ain't got no fear. We will cry. Still ain't shed no tear. The sense of we still here. Is that all you got? We take on you mob. We unite. You don't call the shots. Sovereignty here all along. And they're still here. Yeah, they're
Anyway,
still
we all
here.
get frustrated.
Return of the sovereign, but they never left. They're still here. Yeah, they're still here. Yeah, they're still here. The oldest civilization. Listen, how many years? They're still here. Need your support for the new way this war is for.
Anyway, people, that's it for the day. We're going to sign off before I blow the lid off someone who's giving me the shit.
Cut out the cancer.
You'd like to see that on cameras, wouldn't you? Anyway, I'll
Numbers,
catch you
that
later,
is
people.
the answer.
Tune in next time
Yeah,
tomorrow.
we're still here.
We'll go
Never
live
got
as soon as
strapped.
we can.
Never
See
wore a
you
mask
later.
2 years